Imagine yourself on a quiet night alone with your thoughts. The world around you is silent, yet within you, a storm of emotions brews. Far from the distractions of daily life, in a moment where every breath seems to carry meaning, you find yourself reflecting. In this stillness, your thoughts take on a weight they don't usually have, and every passing second feels like an opportunity to reach out, to seek something greater than yourself. And then you remember an ancient secret, a power hidden in plain sight, yet ignored by so many. A divine key that has unlocked countless destinies before yours, the power of Sujood. Today I will reveal to you a spiritual method that, if embraced with sincerity, can alter the course of your life. Do you wish to know what it is? Do you seek a way to connect with the divine in a manner that surpasses mere words? If your heart yearns for a true transformation, then stay with me until the very end of this journey, and allow yourself to immerse in a practice that could shape your future in ways you never imagined. The secret of Sujood, a door to the invisible. The wind howls over the vast desert, raising waves of golden sand beneath the unforgiving sun. A lone traveler stumbles forward, his shoulders weighed down by exhaustion. His lips are parched, his breath shallow. With every step, he searches for a way out, for a glimmer of hope. But all that meets his gaze is an endless expanse of dunes stretching beyond the horizon. His strength begins to wane. His knees buckle. And at that moment, when despair tightens its grip on his heart, only one thought forms on his lips. Ya Allah, help me. And then he sees it. A well? Solitary. Silent. Yet brimming with promise. With what little energy he has left, he crawls towards it, his trembling hands clutching its edge. The water he so desperately needs is just within reach, but to attain it, he must descend into the darkness. He must lower himself, humble himself. This is Sujood, a well for the soul, a sacred descent where the ego fades, where the spirit bows in submission, and where a light unseen by human eyes is drawn from the depths of the unseen world. When your forehead touches the ground, the world fades away. You become nothing more than a servant in the presence of his Lord, a mere drop in the vast ocean of his mercy. Allah says in the Qur'an, and bow down and draw near. Surah Al-Alaq 96-19. In that moment, feel your heart quieting, the weight of the world lifting, your burdens dissolving like mist under the morning sun. Sujood is not just a posture. It is a sacred conversation, a language only understood by Allah. With your forehead against the ground, you whisper to him without uttering a single word. Ya Allah, I am weak, but you are strong. I am lost, but you are the guide. I am broken, but you are the one who heals. Have you ever experienced such peace? A moment where your soul feels unburdened, where impossibilities seem to melt away, where the worries that chained your heart suddenly seem insignificant? This is the secret. One who prostrates never truly falls. When pain becomes unbearable, when trials seem unending, Sujood is the refuge. It is the unseen door that leads to the unknown, the gateway through which Allah writes destinies that human minds cannot yet comprehend. For 3 nights, repeat these sacred words in Sujood. The story of the man whose destiny changed. In a forgotten city, nestled between winding, dusty streets, lived a man who once knew prosperity. His business had flourished, his home had been filled with laughter, and his circle had been vast. But life is unpredictable. One by one, everything he cherished was taken from him. His wealth crumbled overnight, his friends vanished like shadows at dusk, and the echoes of solitude filled the once vibrant walls of his home. Ruined. Betrayed. Alone. Every night he gazed at the heavens, searching for answers in the twinkling stars. But the sky remained silent. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. He knocked on doors, seeking help, searching for an opportunity, but hands that once welcomed him now turned away. And then, when all else failed, he turned to prayer. That night, in the quiet of his empty home, he fell into Sujood. His forehead pressed against the earth and his heart spilled open like never before. No ego remained, no pride, no strength, only one certainty. Allah is there. He hears. He sees. Through trembling lips and between muffled sobs, he repeated these words 7 times. Ya Allah, you are my Lord. There is no God but you. In you I place my trust, and you are the Lord of the mighty throne. His body shook. His chest heaved. He did not know what awaited him. He only knew that a door had just been opened, a door unseen by human eyes. The first day passed. Nothing changed. The second day passed. No sign of relief. But on the third day, while walking aimlessly through the marketplace, he heard someone call his name. An old friend. A long-lost connection. A brief conversation led to an unexpected proposition. And in a moment that could only be described as divine intervention, an opportunity presented itself, one that would restore his livelihood, rekindle his hope, and change his life forever. A miracle. Call upon me. I will respond to you. Surah Ghafir 40-60. Tears streamed down his face as he fell to his knees. The hardship had not been abandonment. It had been purification. A reminder that true refuge is not in people, but in prayer. Why 7 times? The mystery of the sacred number, why 7? Why not 6 or 8? The number 7 is inscribed into the very fabric of creation. 7 heavens, 7 earths, 7 days of the week, 7 circuits around the Kaaba, 7 verses in Surah Al-Fatiha. Nothing in the divine design is random. Every repetition is a vibration, an alignment with the cosmic order, a sacred knock on the doors of the unseen until they finally open. The waves of the ocean rise and fall in rhythm. The stars follow precise cycles. The moon goes through 7 phases before reaching its full light. So, when you repeat this invocation 7 times in sujood, you are aligning yourself with the divine pattern of creation. 1 time the seed is planted. 2 times it begins to sprout. 3 times its roots take hold. 4 times it starts to grow. 5 times it gains strength. 6 times it rises. And on the 7th time it reaches the heavens. Will you take this step? The ground is before you. The heavens are open. All that stands between you and a changed destiny is a single act of humility, placing your forehead on the earth and surrendering to the one who holds all power. Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is within themselves. Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:11. The choice is yours. Are you ready to enter sujood not just with your body, but with your heart, your soul, your entire being? Try it. For 3 nights. 7 times. And witness what unfolds. You are alone with your thoughts, away from the noise and distractions of daily life. The weight of your worries presses upon your heart, and in that solitude, every breath you take feels heavier with meaning. It is in these moments when the soul is raw, exposed, yearning that a deep realization dawns upon you. There exists an ancient yet often overlooked secret, a key that connects you directly to the divine, a method so simple yet so profound that it has the power to alter the course of your life. It is the secret of sujood. Today I will share with you a spiritual practice that has transformed lives. A method that carries within it the promise of Allah, a connection that transcends words and gestures. If you want to unlock the doors of mercy, if you long for your heart to find peace, then stay with me until the end of this journey, because what I am about to share with you could change everything. 1. The secret of sujood, a door to the unseen. The scorching sun beats down upon the endless dunes of the desert. A lone traveler stumbles through the shifting sands, his throat parched, his body weak from exhaustion. With each step, his hope wanes and despair begins to settle in his heart. His legs can carry him no further, and he collapses onto the hot sand. In that moment, with his face close to the earth, he utters a desperate plea. Ya Allah, help me. And then, through the shimmering waves of heat, he sees it, a well. Silent, waiting, filled with promise. He crawls toward it, placing his trembling hands on its edge. But the water lies deep below. To reach it, he must lower himself. He must descend into the darkness, humble himself before the depths. This is Sujood. It is the well from which the soul drinks. The place where the ego fades, where we lower ourselves only to rise in a way that no worldly honor can bestow. When your forehead touches the ground, the entire world disappears. You are no longer defined by your wealth, status, or achievements. You are simply a servant before his master of fragile creation, before the all-powerful creator. Allah, in his infinite wisdom, reminds us of this truth in the Qur'an. And bow down and draw near. Surah Al-Alaq 96-19. To bow down is to let go, to surrender your burdens, to whisper to Allah the words your heart cannot even articulate. Feel it. Feel the weight of your struggles dissolve. Feel the worries of the dunya slip away like mist beneath the morning sun. In the silence of Sujood there is an intimate conversation, one where the soul speaks without uttering a single word. Ya Allah, I am weak, but you are strong. Ya Allah, I am lost, but you are the guide. Ya Allah, I'm broken, but you are the one who mends hearts. Have you ever tasted this peace? That moment when your soul feels free, when the impossible suddenly feels within reach. Because here lies a secret: he who prostrates never falls. When life becomes unbearable, when trials seem endless, Sujood is the answer. It is the invisible door that leads to the unseen, where destinies are written by the hand of Allah himself. For 3 nights repeat these words in Sujood and watch the light of Allah touch your soul. 2. The story of the man who saw his destiny change. In a forgotten city, hidden in the labyrinth of dust-laden streets, there lived a man who had once been prosperous. His wealth had vanished overnight. His friends, once many, had disappeared. His house, once filled with laughter, now echoed with silence. He had lost everything. Each night he stared up at the sky, seeking an answer. But the heavens remained silent. Days passed and despair gripped his heart. Doors closed wherever he knocked. He had nothing left except prayer. One night, with no more strength to stand, he fell into Sujood. His forehead pressed against the cold earth, and for the first time his heart truly opened. No more ego. No more pride. No more illusions of self-sufficiency. Just one certainty: Allah is there. He hears. He sees. Between sobs, he repeated, Ya Allah, you are my Lord. There is no God but you. In you I place my trust, and you are the Lord of the mighty throne. As he lay there, his heart pounded. He did not know what would happen next. He only knew that he had knocked upon a door that no man could see. The next day nothing changed, nor the next. But on the 3rd day, as he wandered the market, he heard a voice call his name. An old friend, a chance meeting, a conversation that led to an opportunity he could have never imagined. A door that had been firmly shut suddenly opened. It was no coincidence. It was the promise of Allah unfolding. Call upon me. I will respond to you. Surah Ghafir 40-60. He fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. The trial had never been a punishment, it had been a purification. A reminder that true refuge is not found in people, but in Sujood. So now I ask you, when everything seems lost, when life pushes you to your limits, will you have the patience to persist in Sujood, even when help seems slow to arrive? 3. Why 7 times? The mystery of the sacred number. The number 7 is not random. It is inscribed in the very design of the universe. 7 heavens above us. 7 earths beneath us. 7 days in a week. 7 circuits around the Kaaba in Tawaf. 7 verses in the most essential Surah Al-Fatiha. Nothing is by chance. Each repetition of Sujood aligns the soul with the divine order. Like waves returning to shore, like stars following their celestial paths, like the moon cycling through 7 phases before reaching its full glow, our worship too follows a sacred rhythm. When you repeat your supplication 7 times, you are not simply uttering words. You are unlocking doors to the unseen. The Prophet Muhammad said, "The closest a servant comes to his Lord is when he is in Sujood." Sahih Muslim 482. Imagine yourself in sujood, your forehead touching the ground, your heart stripped of all distractions. At that moment, you are not low, you are at the highest point a human being can be. So I ask you, when was the last time your sujood was not just a habit, but a moment of surrender? When was the last time you placed your forehead to the ground and truly spoke to Allah with your heart? Your destiny is in your hands. You hold in your hands the power to shape your reality. For 3 nights, repeat this invocation in sujood. Ya Allah, you are my Lord. There is no God but you. In you I place my trust. And you are the Lord of the mighty throne. Then wait, because Allah always answers. Sometimes immediately, sometimes after a test, but always at the perfect time. The ground is before you. The heavens are open above you. What are you waiting for? This is your invitation to place your forehead on the ground, to surrender, to transform your heart, to unlock the door to divine mercy. Are you ready?